So for today's Devtalk, I'm going to talk about Indigenous people and complex emergencies. So before we start, let us define first complex emergencies. Complex emergencies, according to World Health Organization, are situations that disrupts livelihoods and threatens life caused by warfare and civil disturbance. Another definition is that complex emergencies are a combination of internal conflict with large-scale displacements of people, mass famine or food shortage, and fragile or failing economic, political, and social institutions. We should also note that complex emergencies are also political in nature. Another important aspect that we should note about complex emergency is that it has the singular ability to erode or destroy the cultural, civil, political, and economic integrity of societies. It attacks social systems and networks. So, in the Philippines, unfortunately, complex emergencies and indigenous people are deeply related. It has an estimated amount of 14 to 17 million indigenous groups belonging to 110 ethno-linguistic groups. Rich in culture, diversity, and language, these IPs have their own way of living. But unfortunately, they are always in a struggle because of government crisis. Forgotten by the government, they are still caught in the middle of militarization and ongoing armed conflicts against the government. Ongoing armed conflicts and the continuous militarization in Mindanao has caused several damages to the IP communities. These communities also experienced severe human rights violations. Some suffered from death, some suffered from tortures, and some are still missing up to this day. These are the effect of complex emergencies to the indigenous people. There are several cases, such as the Lumans in Mindanao, has reports that there are numerous encampments near their Lumad schools. They have been put This has caused that they have been putting the life of the community in danger because of the continuous red tagging. These military men continuously accuse the Lumads and the other indigenous people in Mindanao that they are supporting the NPA or the New People's Army. There are reports also that there are drunk soldiers that went on a shooting spree and asked Lumad residents to sign those papers that would hit those violent actions. The government must rethink and reevaluate their decisions because they are causing complex emergencies to the IP communities. The government is still responsible to these IP communities. One law in the Constitution isn't tantamount to safety. Instead of deploying more military men in Mindanao, they should think about how the Lumads would get basic school services, basic access to water, to food, and things that they need in their own communities. They should focus on the safety of the indigenous people, and they should also not abandon them. Don't let these indigenous people become casualties.